Hi there, we are here with a short little, just a movement mobility kind of program that you can run through every single day. It's really just something to kind of loosen things up. So if you've come through the week or you've come through the weekend and you're feeling stiff from what you did or possibly from what you didn't do, here's some great ways to just get things kind of moving around while you're here. You can even, you could do it in your pajamas. You could even technically do this sitting on your bed. You wouldn't even have to leave your bed. So real easy. We're gonna start with something that's a movement that I really like. It's just the on one knee position. So the half kneel is what I call it. I've got my back foot into a tucked under position, nice strong shape. Tailbone tucked so that glute is on. And then I'm actually gonna start by just making big, giant sweeping patterns on this one side. So I'm looking to open up this side body. I don't feel actually a ton of stretch happening through the front of the hip, just a mild amount. I'll aim for about 10. And then I'm gonna pause somewhere around there. And while I'm holding the same shape, I'm actually just gonna do rotations side to side. So the hip stays nice and still while I'm here. I'm trying to stabilize that front knee. It is, if you're on your bed, it's a little squishier on the bed, but you could do it, right? If it means you'll do it versus you won't. And then I come right back to center. I'm gonna switch sides. So same thing, right? The one knee's on the floor, back toes tucked, front leg is forward, tailbone tucked. And I'm gonna start with that, again, big giant circle. I can actually take this in a little bit of a lean off to the side, but I'm personally fishing around for where those tight spots are. So for me, I come around kind of towards this top and this back third position, and I can feel where the fun is. So I might even slow down there. And I'm taking it all the way around to the front, same thing, right? Keep this nice and still, rotate. I'm still trying to stay fairly active with the back leg. You can hear, as my upper body rotates, that tight point, kind of in my breath, you can hear it. It shows me whether or not I need to spend a little bit more time possibly stretching out that mid-spine. So that's actually where we're going to next. Right back to center. And then I'm gonna take that into hands and knees position. I prefer a hip drop to back position because it locks my hips in place, but if mobility-wise you're like, that's not comfortable, you can stay forward. Just remember, keep the hip fairly still. I'm gonna put hand on chest just because that's a nice position, and then I'm gonna bring it through, and then I'm gonna open back up. So as I'm moving, again, the hips are trying to stay fairly still. So if I've got that sat back position, I don't have to think about it quite as much. But again, you can hear how my breath changes because that is a little bit tight. So where should I feel this? Right in this little mid part of the spine is where I'm trying to open up. So I'm going to switch into the other side. Same thing, stabilize lower body, hand on chest, rotate down, rotate up. So if I get here and I'm feeling a lot of lower back, again, I'm just going to remind myself, keep that hip locked into place, so that I can try and find that mid-spine a little bit better. And then I pause right at center. And then I'm gonna take this into what I'm gonna term as low dog. So it's like downward facing dog, but my knees are on the ground. I'm actually gonna go thumbs pointing up. My arms are gonna be straight in kind of a Y shape. I can go a little bit wider if I need to. But again, straight arm position, strong, thumbs up. And I'm just gonna let the hip drop back and move side to side. So if you notice my head position, my head is actually above my arms. I haven't let it drop. If I let the head drop, what happens is I feel that move up into towards the neck. So if I'm feeling that, I know that I just need to lock it back a little bit more. So don't worry about how deep, worry about where am I feeling it. Again, that mobility kind of rides right underneath the shoulder blade. I shift a little bit from side to find some fun. Okay, and then I'm just gonna pause, walk it all the way back in. I'm gonna allow myself just a couple of movements in either shape just to get the shoulder blades to move. So typically we think about this as a spinal position, right? Kind of mobilizing the spine, and that's true, but it is also a great place for me to get the shoulder blades to go wide on my back, move back together, so that in daily life, I'm not feeling like my shoulders are stuck. Okay, I pause somewhere in the middle, tuck my toes, bring it all the way up. Now if you're standing on your bed, obviously be a little bit careful while you're here. I'm going to go elbows on knees because I'm okay with that. And then I'm actually just gonna start by shifting inside to side. What am I looking for here is I'm looking for some movement through the ankle joint. I actually also, because I'm feeling a little bit tight through the hips, my glutes are actually getting a bit of a stretch while I'm here. And then I'm gonna do both together. So with, again, I need those ankles to be able to move, mobility through the feet, super important. I go one more, and then I pause with my bum in the air. I'm gonna let my hands stay close to my legs. I'm gonna round the back, roll it all the way up. Big giant stretch up. If I was standing on my bed, I'm probably gonna touch the ceiling, but that's okay. Okay, bring the hands closer to the head, side to side. Soften the knees as you need to. Okay, pause it out, shake it free. And you know, it's just something small that you could do to kind of kickstart your day or finish off your day. Have at her, let me know how it feels.